Hello everyone, today I want to show you guys my new monitor I just purchased. It's the 39 UD LG HDR 4K mouthful monitor, and I've heard a lot about this monitor. It's a newly released monitor, and really there's not much around that people have made reviews of or anything like that, so I thought maybe I can show you guys what it's all about. I know a lot of people are talking about how this thing functions with a PS4 Pro, and I've got a PS4 Pro here as well. I can show you how the picture looks. Obviously you guys are looking through your lens and everything through this camera. You're not going to get the true picture, but at least it's something. If you wanted to purchase this thing, you know, I can show you. I can say off the bat I'm very happy with it, but let me just show you a few of the features first, just the physical features of the monitor, and then we can get into it. Okay, so let's get into some of the physical features of this thing. So it's got this, what do you call it? It goes up and down like that. That's a pretty cool feature. I've never had that on my old monitors. It's got the pivot, and the great thing I like about it that actually does that. I mean, I don't really have a use for that, but I think that's cool, considering the monitor can actually do that. So that's awesome. Is that straight now? Very good. Now let's turn the PS4 on now and see how that looks and sounds even. One thing I can say about the sound, and you guys will hear it now, you can already hear it, that these are coming from the monitor itself. It has speakers on the monitor itself. I've got to turn this down. Let me just go down here so I can speak over it a little bit. But yeah, it's got speakers on here right at the bottom, if you can see, and they're actually very good. How I would compare it to is basically a normal television speaker, which, I mean, this television that's behind it, for me it's a 4K television, and I just use those speakers. I don't use any external speakers, and that's pretty much fine. And this thing is very good. It's equivalent to that, I would say. Most monitors sound really boxy with their sound. This one doesn't. It has a bit of bass through it, and the sound is quite crystal. And I think you can hear that through your speakers there. Okay, so let's get into this. Alright, so there she is in all its glory. It's working, as you can see, and it's in 4K. It's not HDR yet. I've got to start the game before it goes into HDR. But let's get into the menu, and I'll show you a little bit about this menu here. So there's a little knobbly bit at the bottom. It's actual joystick, and you can go, went out, you can go left for your input, and it's got all the different inputs here. HDMI 1, which I'm on right now, 2 DisplayPort, and USB Type-C, which is quite cool. Alright, so let's just press enter on that. Click it again. Let's go to the menu here, and let's check out what the menu's got. We've got quick setup, input, picture mode, and general. Okay, so now what I want to do here is I want to show you one thing that happened to me when I first booted the PS4 Pro on this monitor. Well, the monitor didn't actually recognize it as a 4K, or wasn't booting up as 4K. And I thought there was something wrong with my HDMI cable. You know, maybe it wasn't a high-speed HDMI cable. So after mucking around a little bit, and I found out that it was nothing to do with that. It's got to do with the actual menu here. What you got to do, guys, is you got to go to picture mode here, picture, and then scroll all the way down to game adjust. Then you got to go all the way to FreeSync, and once you're on the FreeSync, you got to first when you get the monitor, it's the FreeSync is off, but you got to put it on basic or extended. And once you do that, the picture is displayed in 4K. So I didn't know that. Maybe some of you guys did know that, but you can't get a 4K picture unless you put the FreeSync on basic or extended. That's just how it goes. I don't know why, because the PS4 Pro doesn't support FreeSync anyway. But what do I know? Anyway, so let's check out some of the other features in menu as well. So let's go to picture mode and the different actual picture modes that there are. There's reader, obviously for reading, photo mode, cinema, HDR effect. So this gives you the effect, it's not the actual HDR, real HDR. We got that, color weakness, FPS, game 1, FPS game 2, RTS game, custom game. It's all about gaming in this monitor. sRGB, EBU, I don't know what that is, REC 709, have no idea, SMPTE-C, also don't know what that is, and collaboration 1. I just go on to custom for now because it's gonna display to HDR anyway once I get into the game. And once you get into the HDR, you can choose between vivid, I think it's standard, and the next one down from standard as well. So you have those options once you've got HDR going after you've booted your game up. And obviously we've got game mode here. Let's go to game mode, and if you come a little bit closer, you have a look. We've got game mode here, FPS 1, black stabilizer, you've got FreeSync. Okay, so this is basically the same thing as what I just showed you guys before, but you can do it through here. And then we've got response time, which I didn't show you guys before. It was on off before, but I've put it on fast, obviously. And it does make a little bit of a difference when I play, when I've played this Uncharted Lost Legacy game. But let's close that. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that little, the actual features on it, and that little glitch, I guess, that you have to turn FreeSync on before you can have the PS4 Pro display on this monitor as 4K. Now let's just get into the game. Now the HDR should pop up any minute. There you go. HDR is recognized, and now this game is in HDR now. So if you guys were wondering, is it HDR? Definitely. And does it work? Yes, it does. What can I say? Just a little bit more ranting before I, well, let's load it while I can rant. I've got a 3440 by 1440 Samsung monitor, and that's a VA panel. This is an IPS panel. The VA panel comparison to the IPS panel, I mean, this has much better colors, it has much better brightness. The actual colors just pop out. The VA panel, the Samsung VA panel that I've got, it's a curved monitor, it's got nothing like this. I can tell you this is a much better panel. And it's better comfortable sitting like this, goodness, on hard wooden floors. And what else can I say? Oh yes, of course, the brightness on this game is not your
Can I just say, you were not joking about Assad. I mean, wow, he looks so unassuming, right? That's exactly what he wants. Pretty sure his glasses are an affectation to make him look harmless or smart. Both. What are you smart? He was a doctor before he took up his course. So he left behind a lucrative career. I'm sure at one point he thought it was the right thing to do.
Okay, so I stopped talking because they were having a little gander. But
Hey,
oh, here we go.
you sure you're good to go? As good as I'll ever be. Just need to take it easy for a bit.
So what I was saying before was the HDR in the amount of brightness that a HDR unit is supposed to have is 1000 nits. That's the, I guess, the minimum standard of brightness that they need to have these HDR monitors. But this one has 500 nits of brightness. And a lot of people are thinking, well, that's not HDR, that's not bright enough, the whites are not bright enough. And I can say, just sitting here, I mean, usually if you're going to play a game from a monitor, you'd be about this much. You'd be about 3 feet away, I would say, 60 centimeters in Australian. So it's not going to be that big of a deal in my opinion, because this thing looks quite bright, very vibrant. Obviously we're in a time right now where it's cloudy and everything. You can't see the sun hitting and all the textures and the shadows that get caused by the sun. So you're not seeing, you know, what I was seeing just before I came in this area. But I don't even know where I'm supposed to go. Goodness, I'm just spanning around. Maybe, yay. You know, I'm sitting way too close to the monitor, that's why. I'm gonna go back a little bit and see. Where are we? Where am I supposed to go? Ah, there we are. So let's get up to the jungle, maybe where the light is, and then you guys can see.
Up here.
There you
Go
go.
slow.
But really, it looks beautiful. As I said, it looks better than my VA panel. Oh my goodness.
The gate. We made it. Let's get that thing open. Actually, that's a holy cow. That's Nandi, Shiva's gatekeeper. That's got to be the entrance to the old capital.
It had to be triggered by the aqueducts.
Yep.
Shit. Assault's already heading inside.
Okay, well, better get down there. Come on.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Same track. He's a goddamn expert. Same track.
Yeah.
Peace. You know what? This is a good thing. I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Nadine,
What? What?
Sam's kind of the reason why we're here in the first place.
Oh, you better be joking.
This was my deal. Sam went ahead to do recon for me on the disc, but then he went missing and I couldn't leave
You
him
knew my
for
history
dead.
with Sam and then you dragged me into this anyway.
Your history with the Sav made you the obvious.
This lady is very angry in
Don't
every
hold back or anything.
game I've played.
You know what, Nadine? It doesn't change anything. You'll still get your share.
Yeah? Or maybe you and Sam will cut me out as soon as you get the tusk.
Come on, man, that's not how I operate.
That's exactly how your type operates. And to think I trusted you.
Listen, I was going to tell you about Sam. I swear I was just waiting for the right time to...
It's fine. I could use the exercise.
Shit.
Okay, I think this is a better depiction of this monitor and how well it
Go
does.
after her.
Still not full sun out, but a bit more brighter here. And as you can see, it's really nice. Picture is
This is what I
beautiful.
get for being
Colors
honest.
are awesome. I'm very happy with it. The sound is adequate, better than adequate actually.
Well, Mandy's not too far.
And this game is awesome. Just that lady, she's always Nadine. So angry. Alright guys, we're gonna leave it there. and hope you enjoyed this. Sorry if it wasn't as professional as some of the other videos out there. It's my first, well, not my first, I think it's my third or fourth YouTube video. But I hope this helped answer some of the questions out there. And comment below if you think I haven't answered some of the questions that you guys might have. I probably haven't, and I don't mind doing it if you want me to do other tests, other games, maybe even PC gaming on this thing. I can do that. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you another time.